Hi, my name is Andrae Blackwell, real estate agent here in Joshua Tree, California, and today I wanted to take the time to speak with buyers in 2022. If you've been paying attention to real estate in the past few years, you'll know that it's been absolutely insane. Multiple offers on a single home, that's the norm. The first thing I suggest for my buyer clients is to get pre-approved, and not just pre-approval, fully underwritten pre-approval. This means that an underwriter at a lender has done a deep dive into your financials and your debt to figure out exactly how much home you can afford. I recommend this before we even begin searching for a home. That way you know exactly how much house you can afford. The next thing is proof of funds. Proof of funds covers not just the down payment, but the various costs associated with the real estate process while it's in escrow. The first thing is Earnest Money Deposit, or EMD, also called good faith deposit. And what this shows is that the buyer has skin in the game when you place an offer. This is typically between 1% and 3%, but it completely depends on the situation, on the current market, on the buyer. Proof of funds also, of course, covers the down payment. So back in the day, this was 20%, but obviously these days it could be a lot more, or it could be less, depending on your loan product. If you use VA loan, typically 0% down, FHA loan, 3.5%, or USDA loan. So it completely depends on your loan product. Also, keep in mind the closing costs. Another cost to be aware of, especially in this market, is the appraisal gap. For example, if you place an offer on a $400,000 home, and with counter offers, the price goes up to $420,000, and your offer gets accepted. The lender will then hire a third-party appraiser, which will then go out to determine the objective value of the property, and then the lender will lend on that value. If you offered $420,000 to the seller and the appraisal is $410,000, you would have to cover that $10,000 difference, and that's what we call the appraisal gap. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, and that's why we have appraisal contingencies in place. Another strategy that we consider is the escalation clause. So for example, an offer comes in, you're willing to go $1,000 over that highest offer. And this can continue up until your cap. So an escalation clause is another strategy that we use to get your offer accepted. So just to recap, fully underwritten pre-approval before we even begin the home search. The next thing is proof of funds. Ensure that you can cover the various costs of the real estate process, the earnest money deposit, the down payment, the closing costs, as well as any other miscellaneous expenses, as well as the appraisal gap. Another thing is the escalation clause. So these are just some of the strategies that we use when we place an offer on a property. And again, I'm Andrae Blackwell, real estate agent here in the High Desert. This is my very first YouTube video, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
To follow us for more great videos, don't forget to like and subscribe.